welcome back, you guys, to another exciting evening with yours truly, Sylvia Camille. And I hope you had a blessed week last week and you were accomplishing some miracles. Remember, last week's word of the week was miracles. And this week's word of the week is action. What is action? The process of doing something typically to achieve an aim. Are you taking action on your life? On all those goals and visions and those dreams that we have? Are you doing that? Take action this week. It can be very small action or very huge or big action. Sylvia Camille has taken action. I hope you've seen my announcement of my new single, My Angel. My Angel is finally out. Yes, yes. It'll drop officially on June the 4th, but you can pre-save now on your musical platform. So I've taken action. Last week I took action. And our guest for this evening, she is really taking action in her life. Let me go ahead and bring her into the room, you guys. Let me bring our guest in.
Hi.
Yes, guys. Hello, Toni. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am so happy that you're with us this evening on Sunday Night Live with Sylvia Camille. And we have so much to talk about and share with the guests. So first I want to just jump right on in and tell the guests who is Toni Jamay.
Toni Jamay. I'm a mom, momager, soon to be former educator, writer, creative director, content creator, a little bit of everything. I'm a creative by nature, so a little bit of everything.
All right, so we have so much to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about is being an educator because you said you're ready.
Yes,
You're ready to shift
soon to
gears.
be
You're ready
former.
to take action. You can ready to take some new action.
Hashtag former educator, former teacher. Yes.
All right, so let's talk
Um,
about it.
I've been teaching for 14 years, and the pandemic definitely shifted some things for me and allowed me to explore some other things that are more in line with my future goals and my passion. So, education's been great, but it's definitely one of those fields that you have to get more degrees to move up and everything like that. And I just kind of want to do my own path. And that's all.
I love it. I totally understand. I've been an educator for 28 years now. So I totally understand. I love it. You're taking action. You're already taking action on your life. And that's our word of the week for our viewers to take action. Now let's go
Yes.
back and talk about this mama manager.
Yes.
All right. How did that come about?
So I have a 10-year-old son, and actually, when we first moved to Atlanta, he kind of fell into modeling,
Mhm.
and he's been about 4 years into the industry. From modeling, he did a couple music videos, and then got into acting, and now we are like full blown training and on set and doing different things with acting. So yeah, it's a lot. He keeps me busy.
Now, how does it parallel with what your goals and visions in life? How does that work together?
It works together. Like recently, he did a photo shoot, and I was able to creative direct behind the scenes
Okay.
for that photo shoot. So it goes hand in hand. It's almost like you book him, you book me as well. So it's going hand in hand. Yes.
Are there any major challenges for anyone who's listening, for a mom who might be managing a
I
creative?
feel like when you are a mom or a parent, and a single parent especially, you become a momager or a dadager if your kids are involved in anything. So just because my kid is in entertainment business, that's no different from when we were doing football, basketball, baseball. We were still running, managing schedules, making sure you have the time. It's a time and commitment, and making sure you're pouring into your child and letting them kind of explore their passions as well, and not just letting them boxing them in or like, oh, okay, because Jameson has played sports, and we will eventually go back to sports as well, but not just say, oh, we're only doing sports. Like, well, he wants to do a little bit of this. So it's just allowing your child to explore and just giving them that time and pouring into them.
I love it. Well, let's talk about mama because it's all about you today, Toni,
Thank you.
the writer. When did you start writing and start developing?
Um, I've always kind of been good at writing. I teach English, so I'm an English arts teacher, and it's just something that comes naturally to me. And that's kind of it with it. It just comes so natural. Writing is so therapeutic as well. So, like journaling and everything like that. But I've been afforded the opportunity to edit different things here and there outside of education. But yes, writing is definitely a passion of mine. Maybe a book is on the horizon
All
one
right,
day.
let's take action.
Take action. Yes.
That's good. I was going to ask you about your writing process, and you brought that out in your answer. So you do have a journal.
Yes, I do have a journal.
Write a journal daily, or is it, just
Um, Usually I journal. You're creative, sometimes like you get hit in the middle of the night with something and you just don't want to forget it. So I normally journal when I'm feeling inspired, if that makes sense. Or if there's something I'm like, oh, I just need to make sure I never come back to this at another time. So I don't journal every day.
Mhm.
I'll probably journal sometime this week because a lot has happened in the past week and a half that it's been a lot. Taking your girl a little too fast. So I'll probably journal about that and the experience and everything like that.
Okay, how is the writer and the content creator similar together? Are there is it a lot difference in there, or is this a lot of similarities?
Well, with content, on depending on the social media platform, Instagram is my social media platform of choice. I do have a Facebook. I think I might have a TikTok account. I think I created it for my son, so I don't really use it. But Instagram is my social media of choice, and so it's all about the captions. And so when you have a catchy caption or you're able to tell a story in your caption, that's where my writing abilities definitely shine, is when I'm vulnerable and I'm telling a story, letting people into a little sneak peek into my life and what's going on. Recently I did a post and it was about wearing my back out and being a plus size woman. Like, people have different levels of confidence and comfortability with those things. And so I just talked about how I have become more confident and how when I'm not confident, how I channel and refocus my energy and I'm able to overcome. And so little stories like that, writing definitely helps your content because people want to be able to connect with you. Like, gone are the days of, oh, Michael Jordan selling Hanes and him just saying selling Hanes and people go out and buy it. People want to be able to connect to you now. They want to be able to connect to a story. So
I love it, the connection, because I love. Can you tell the viewers? Some people might not know what Linktree is. Can you explain that? And I love your Linktree. So can you explain that?
so the link tree is pretty much a link where you can access different things or that I'm doing, or if
Right.
you want to work with me, collab with me. Um, or I also am a market partner for a company called Monate. So if you are interested in hair, skin wellness, I have quizzes in that there as well to get you started on that journey if that's what you're interested in. But it's just like an all-in-one that you can
Wow.
just really, if you didn't want to scroll through my Instagram feed and see what is this girl about, you can literally click on the link and see, oh, she's been featured in a couple of magazines. She does this. If I wanted to work with her, everything's just right there. One click.
I love it. I love it. So, what do you like most? Do you like being a creative director, or just the writer, just developing the content for the person?
Um, I like doing the creative directing. I like being like right there and like, hey, let's try this and let's change this around. Let's make this change this lighting to this. Let's go outside and do something different. I love that part,
Can
especially
you?
if someone doesn't know exactly what their vision is. I like to give them different opportunities. But if they're clear with their vision, I want to make sure that we execute.
Okay.
So
Now, your content development creative for people, is it just in the music industry, or is it all over? Like, if somebody wants to start a new restaurant or anything like that.
no, it's so funny. Like I have a friend that's a chef. She actually worked with me, who is interested in launching her business. And so I did an Instagram audit of her for her, and we talked about what her content should look like going forward. And so it's for anybody. Content creation is really for any industry. Like the thing now, content is currency. So if you're not posting, if you're not producing good quality content and bringing those people in, like they're most likely to keep scrolling and scroll on past you. So
Good. And if a person is interested, they can go to your link tree and fill out
yes,
the
yes, there's a link there. I think it says work with me if
right.
you would like to work with me. So
Now, people always want to know how much it costs on it. Like, you don't have to say, it might vary, but just give them like a price range. So, if anybody's listening, they can have some kind of idea how to budget.
um
I put you on the spot. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you did. So I would just make sure you have like a clear marketing budget. And so a lot of times with new businesses and everything, that's not something that they think about. They think about making sure they have enough product, making sure their website is developed and everything like that. But that marketing and content is something separate. So that's just definitely something you just have to put into your budget. I won't give a number, but that's just something you need to think about when you're thinking about launching a new business or anything like that. Just put that in the budget.
That in the budget. That's great advice. Because I'm going to ask you, but now I'm going to ask you some more general questions too, just overall about
Okay.
your journey. But I got to talk about this plus size model, honey, because you are kicking it on that picture with that cream blouse. Tell us all
Thank
about how
you.
did you get into modeling?
Um, Actually, I did a photo shoot for my 40th birthday last year.
Hmm.
And from there, people started to reach out like, hey, you kind of killed it on that photo shoot. And I was so nervous going into that photo shoot. I was like, oh my gosh. I had somebody like choose outfits and everything for me, work with me to make sure that what I was wearing like really portrayed what I was trying to say as you launch into 40. And one of the things was like really super short. I was like, maybe I shouldn't take pictures in this and everything like that. But definitely pushing through it and getting through that photo shoot just opened up so many more doors for me.
Right. That brings me to my next question. What's something I want to highlight from running your interviews, guys? Toni was featured in April. She was featured in Atlanta Magazine.
Yes, shout out. Yes, Atlanta.
Shout out, shout out Atlanta Magazine. And what I love reading this article, you said, don't put yourself in the just category.
Yes.
Expound on that for our viewers. I love it. Don't put, and that's like your photo shoot. You said you were first word about it, and then other doors. So let's
Other
talk
doors
about that.
open.
Yeah.
So we as a human, it's just human nature that you start to identify with your career. Like, oh, I'm a teacher or I'm a mom or I'm an entrepreneur, and you become just that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and people, your people, your tribe even help put you in that, oh, she's a teacher, she's this, she's a mom. They put you in that box as well. And you just kind of, whole identity becomes just that one thing. And you tend to neglect and overlook some of your passions, some of the things that you have always wanted to do because you've become complacent in just being this one thing. So don't let you or anybody else put you in a just category.
And I just, you have to tell, okay, because you said formerly educated. So is that ending this school term?
It is. I did not sign my contract for next
Where are you
year.
currently, where do you currently work? Or what school?
I work in DeKalb County. So, yes, I did not sign my contract for next year.
So you,
Um,
mm,
no, teaching, and it's so crazy. I was talking to my college roommate yesterday, who is a principal, but I feel like in the next maybe 10 years, a brick and mortar school is going to be a thing of the past, especially at I teach at high school level. The pandemic definitely opened up so many other things with remote learning and remote teaching and everything like that. Whatever I do next, I definitely need to be able to do it on the go, be able to take my laptop and work remotely. Me and Jameson, we got big things. We gotta
I,
go.
I love it. You are taking action. She taking action, guys. Like at the end of this school year, and you are not allowing anyone to just classify you as just a teacher or an educator.
Yes.
I love it. Okay, another thing that I pulled out from that article is the word more.
Mm-hmm.
You said there's more. Talk about that for us.
I feel like just and more, those two words definitely go hand in hand. So if you allow yourself to just be something, then you're blocking out all the more that's around you. So going for more, we all have, and we've talked about, you all have those dreams of pursuing whatever it is that you're trying to pursue. So that more, to me, it keeps me up at night. Like, okay, I can't just settle for being just this. It's what I journal about, that more. And when you're seeking more, you don't stop until you get there. Like, I want more. Yes.
I love it. So you're not stopping, Toni. I can feel the passion
No,
and see the beautiful smile on your face. You're not gonna let anything stop you.
no.
I love it. All right. Another nugget I pulled out, I call these inspiration nuggets, or just to help the viewers to understand your journey. That my people, the community, talk about them in your journey.
So I'm a single mom. My son is 10, and I definitely wouldn't be able to have accomplished everything that I've been able to accomplish without a tribe, without my community. And my community has transformed over the years. When Jameson was younger, my community really focused around being like people helping me care for him and look after him while I was working on my master's and everything like that. But as I've grown older and kind of gotten out of being just a mom, my community of people, I'm surrounded by so many amazing women that are really going for their more, going after it, and positive, like that positive energy, and really just pushing and motivating me. And we motivate each other. And I think that's just so important. Like your community and your tribe, it does have to transform as you grow. Like they say, if you're the smartest person in the room, like you're in the wrong room. So like I love my I love my community. My squad, I see well people of my squad is on here. Like my community is like top notch, bar none. Like nobody can touch them.
That's going to lead me into my next question about your tribe and your community. Who are the people that inspire you daily in this walk?
So my family members, my friends, they definitely inspire me because they just accomplish so much. They don't take no for an answer or anything like that. They are just awesome people. They're my inspiration. And my son as well. He's pretty awesome. No bias. But yes.
Of course, I love it. All right. What is your mantra? What do you like when you wake up in the morning to make sure you are starting the day right? What is your mantra? What do you do to make sure you're starting on the right path?
I definitely start my day giving thanks. Um, that is like so important. And it's so crazy. Right now, I'm doing a 90 days of gratitude with one of the people in my community. She started it, and she was like, just talking about how when you're in transition, like things just get murky and you just like lose focus, and just making sure that you show gratitude and thankfulness every day. That's like the beginning of my day. It's just giving thanks for another day, another opportunity to get it right, and everything like that.
And some of your tribe members, one says, "Go, Toni." Is that
That's
Terrion?
my cousin, Tierney. Yes. Hey,
Is on
T.
here. We have Charisse is on here. Am I
Yes,
pronouncing her name correct?
what? Yes.
Trisha is on here. Yes.
Yes.
And my
That's,
cousin Tyra is on here, part of my
yes.
tribe. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, it's about Monet, Monat. How did that
Yes.
come about? How did you get affiliated with them?
Actually, one of the ladies in my tribe, I was modeling with her for Fanica's Boutique, and she presented the opportunity, and she was the first one to be like, "I see more for you."
Mm,
And when you are surrounded by a good group of people, a good community, they will see things in you that you maybe have been keeping quiet about, scared to take the next step on. So when she said, "I see you want more," she presented this opportunity, and at the time, I'm like, "Oh, okay." But the products are amazing. They're all natural, vegan products. Keep my skin glowing and everything. So, yes, that's how I got into Monet, and then that in and of itself, that team, my team, those are some go-getters. They are some
mm.
positive, great women that I've been able to connect to. I have friends. We call each other, we're friends that I've never met that live in California, but that we are all on one team. So it's
Awesome.
amazing.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Candace wants to tell you she's so proud of you.
Hi, sister. Thank you.
Yes, Toni
Oh, that's my cousin. Thank you.
and Leisure.
Richard. Yes, that's my cousin.
So
We
proud.
actually We
Uh-huh.
actually share the same birthday. Yes.
And when is your
So
birthday?
July 19th. And
Oh,
I'm the youngest of the 3 19s. I have two other cousins that have the same birthday.
oh well, y'all the three powerhouses.
Yes, definitely.
Love it. I love it. One of our viewers she, has a question for you. What this is from Shermanita Carter. She says, "What was your financial plan leading up to not signing your contract for the next school year?"
Just making sure I'm saving, making sure I'm not going crazy on going to Starbucks every day. It's crazy how like eating out and those little frivolous things build up, and just that's part of my plan is not not signing my contract, but I've also been pushing for my other business ventures to make sure that I'm able to compensate for where I'll be lacking, and having uh, a contract and getting paid regularly. So just making sure that was lined up, which is why I kind of started really pushing for it in the fall. Like, okay, I need to make sure that I'm ready.
Okay, you started. You started in the
Yes.
fall. Okay,
Uh-huh.
great. That sparked another word in my head about you. You know, take risk. Talk about the importance for people to take a risk because as Shermanita is asking this question, this is taking a risk because some people be like, "Oh, well, I don't know if I can
Oh
give up my."
my gosh,
Yeah,
yes.
talk
And
about
it's so crazy even thinking about not signing my contract. Like the $1 million question is like, well, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? And it's hard to explain what you're gonna do next when you're like kind of in the thick of it, like you're in the transition phase. But I am definitely prepared and making sure that I have other things lined up, so that I could take a risk by not you're leaving a salary job, you're leaving benefits and everything like that. People are just like, what? But I definitely think that is a risk you have to take. You cannot be just one thing if
it.
your ambitions and your goals are to be more. Like I'm confident that God got me. So like he knows where I'm trying to go. God got me.
I love it. It's so many people on here that are supporting you, Toni, and I've got to highlight all of them.
Okay.
Angela Franklin says, "So proud of you."
Thank you, TY.
I've got to post this one. It's your daddy,
That's
Gregory.
my dad. Yes, thank you, Dad.
Very proud. Awesome, awesome. And another one of our viewers for Sunday Night Live. I love what Miss Harradine Swearingen is saying. The greater the risk, the greater the
Greater the gain. Oh, thank you. Yes, I
gain.
love that.
She's a risk taker also. And she's
Yes.
an educator. So hey, You're in good company. I tell you something that the only thing we do is positive energy on here. I
Yes.
push all my guests and all my viewers to accomplish their goals and their dreams because I'm a dreamer as well. Now I want to talk about your interview with Voyage Atlanta. You talked
Okay.
about, I don't know if this is still going on because you're leaving the educational realm, but this is National Mental Awareness Health Month.
hmm
And so there was a time you focused on Mind's educational group, Mini Mind, One Mission. Can you
Yes.
tell us about that?
So Focus Minds, actually, she is a um, former educator as well. She still does education through Focus Minds, but working with that group was really about the mental capacity of our students.
Mhm.
And we did something when they first launched. That's been almost 2 years ago. And now it's time to revisit because our kids are definitely going through something. They're going to have some form of PTSD after all is said and done about the remote learning, about even the ones that were able to go back to school and it not being the same, only 4 or 5 kids in a classroom and everything like that, having to wear masks and stuff. So working with Focus Mind was so important. When I worked with them, we were just talking about how video games, how being in front of a computer all day, how
Mm.
watching, consuming so much digital media um, affects the mind. And so I'm interested to see what studies come out
Yeah,
after. I feel like we're still in the middle of it.
yeah.
People are like not checking how many what the COVID numbers were. I don't know when the last time I checked what the COVID numbers were.
I
Like
don't think no one's worried about it now.
that used to be our daily thing. Like when my group chats, if somebody check the numbers, what are the numbers? And we're not even thinking about that now, but we are still kind of in the thick of it. I'm interested to see what the studies say after this, and definitely will be willing to help and work with Focus Minds again to do some journaling, do some other type of things to get through some of those mental blocks that our kids are definitely going to have.
Awesome. Yes, that's an area that we know that the educators are going to have to focus on. Your daddy said, "Never give up on what you believe in." An exclamation. I love,
Thank you, Dad.
love it. And Seal says, "Love it." Awesome. Now,
Yeah.
for the viewers and everyone who's a part of your tribe, you all should know about Tip Tuesday on Tony's link tree. So tell them about Tip Tuesday.
So Tip Tuesday came about because I get a lot of messages about how do I get my kids started in the industry? How do I get my kids started in the industry? And there's some things, and I just learned something actually this Saturday after my son's class that I didn't know about when they're filming auditions and everything. Not to look at the camera. I'm like, what? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So yes, look the eye line and everything like that. Just learned this past Saturday. So it's just different things that I've learned and everything that I wish I would have known going into it that can maybe help someone not go be on the struggle bus like I was. So that's Tip Tuesday.
That's Tip Tuesday.
Yes.
I'm gonna tune in to Tip Tuesday. You're gonna probably help me. A part of that link tree is wellness. Wellness is a part of your life.
Yes.
How do you balance yourself and your self care?
So recently, actually, I was just talking about how are we going to boost our immune system when we go back out into the world without wearing masks? We've
Mm,
been so focused on COVID, people got vaccinated, everything like that. But there's other things out there. My aunt that's on this live, she helps take care of a set of twins, and they got the stomach virus because they're not wearing masks at school anymore. So we forget about those other things that existed before COVID.
right.
So I'm really big on making sure that you're taking care of yourself with vitamins, supplements, getting enough rest, drinking enough water, and stuff like that. So that's all part of your wellness journey. And wellness looks different for everybody because wellness is also me journaling when I need to and everything.
So you mentioned COVID, and that I love the way that you explained that people Yeah, we were saying during COVID time, we have to make sure our immune system, we taking vitamins and everything like that. So, has COVID affected your life negatively or positively in any way within this last year? Anything you want to share?
So my mom had COVID last year, and it was hard. She lives in Illinois, so it was hard being so far from her. And then, if you remember the COVID restrictions, nobody could even go to the hospital, so I couldn't even like send somebody to check on her or anything like that. So COVID has definitely taken its toll. I've had several friends that have lost parents and people close to them because of COVID. So definitely, COVID is. I mean, the history books are going to be busting at the seams, okay? After this year,
I like the way
after
you
we
said
get through this,
the stacks are gonna be pretty. They're gonna be high.
yes.
Out of all of the gifts that God has given you, because these are gifts, I call these gifts, and it's a ministry of everything that you do. What is your greatest reward that you feel from all of this? What, like, ooh, you just make you say, ooh.
Oh, um, I I'd like to say that my greatest reward is making sure that I am a role model for my son. My
Mm,
son sees me taking risks. My son sees me giving into my passion and leaning into other things and not letting fear stop me. And so I think that's my greatest reward because being the role model, that's like showing people is like the biggest teacher, instead of just always saying things.
all right, who was your role model?
Um, my the women in my family are definitely like top notch. You can't touch them, so they are definitely my role models.
Okay, I love it. Um, in the industry, this question is just like for the industry. Who would you
Okay.
like to collaborate content wise or be a creative director for? If they said today, this is your wish, who would Tony like to collaborate with in the entertainment industry?
Chastity Garner, like Garner style. I actually wore a jumpsuit from her collection last week, and she reposted me, and I was shook. I was going crazy. I was texting people like, "Did y'all see me on Garner style page?" Like I went bananas. Like I was shook. So Chastity Garner would be definitely the person that she's an OG. And when it comes to plus size modeling and influence and everything like that, like that's who I want to work with.
Oh, okay, I love this. I got to post this comment too. Okay, what is the best advice that you've been given?
Best advice. Um, Basically keep God first. Keep God first. Um, and a lot of times, and I've definitely made some decisions over the years where I did not seek him first. And it showed. I was going through the struggle and then asking for God, like, please help me. So keep God first, definitely is the best advice.
Okay. That's funny that you say that because one of my questions that I just asked this question because we all have not, you know, walked the correct path or done what we've like. What's the most trouble that you know want like embarrass yourself, anything like that you've been in where you've had to use your gifts though to
Mhm.
pull you out of it?
Uh,
Most of the time, you know, when we're down and things going on, that's when great things are birthed.
right.
So,
I will say, when I first started teaching, I was at my first couple of years, I was on an emergency certificate. And so I was like, oh, I have time to get those other classes and everything like that. And sis was pink slipped. I was like, oh, okay. I really have to go back to school now. Okay. Like now, like taking those 4 classes to go to the next level, that's out the window. You have got to get another degree. And I definitely think that going back to school as an adult with a child and everything like that, it hit different. It hit totally different. I
mm,
was more focused. I feel like I learned more during those 2 years than I did in my undergrad years. Yes, that would be the one where I just kind of procrastinated. And that's another thing. Like, we always think that we have more time for something until we don't have the time for it. And then I was looking crazy. I was like, oh, I really don't have a job for next year.
That was a good lesson for you,
That
Toni.
was a good lesson.
I'm happy they did that to you, because look where
Yes.
you are now.
Yes.
All the influence you have on all the little babies that you serve. You had the high school babies, right? The big
Yes. High school.
and the
And I
high,
call my big babies.
your big babies, your big babies.
Yes.
Now, so for the people who are listening, what is the best advice you would give them?
I would say just to bet on yourself.
Mm,
That's my bet on yourself.
bet on
Um,
yourself.
and really not to look for outside of yourself for validation. Like, when you are comfortable and confident in who you are, then bet on yourself.
Mm.
Like, you just believe in yourself, and that's it. It takes time. I swear, 40 like changed something in me. So if y'all are not 40 yet, like, don't wait till y'all get 40. But yes, but bet on yourself.
I love it. I have my pen and pencil. I always have a pen and pencil when I'm interviewing my guests, because I learn so much from you all. The journey.
Yes.
That's why I love to discuss people's journey, because it helps me stay focused too.
Okay.
So bet on yourself. Did you all catch that?
Yes.
Love it. Oh, this is really, really good. Really,
Thank
really good.
you.
Before I get to another favorite question, what is the message you would give to all of your fans?
Um, just, I mean, pretty much bet on yourself is my message to everybody, is to not wait until it's too late to take the next step, to start that new job, to move to that new city. Yes,
I love it.
bet on yourself. Yes.
Love it. I love it. Those are going to be our inspirational nuggets. We're going to come back to those so we can.
Okay.
So think about 3 main inspiration nuggets you want to leave.
Okay.
But what impact has the internet affected or contributed to your artistry, to everything that you've done, the internet? I know
Okay.
it's been a major plus for you.
Yes. You can make money from your phone. That's the biggest thing, is being able to create content, do different things from your phone, and using the internet and everything like that. Gone are the days where you have to really be in front of a computer and knock things out and get things done. Being able to work on the go and make money as you go up throughout your day. And yeah, that's definitely been a big influence, especially like with Monate and everything like that. I can easily put a cart together for a VIP, send it out, make money on the go.
Make
Mobile mogul.
money on the go. I love it.
Yes.
If you were now, okay, let's just say all these things that you're doing now. If you weren't doing them, what would you rather be doing?
I'll be in Paris somewhere. I used to, when I was younger, say, I just want to go by my middle name. And my grandmother on my mother's side used to say that you just go by Jamae one day. I was like, I probably will. Like, I'll be in Paris somewhere eating my croissants, drinking my cafe au lait, and go by Jamae. Yes, that I would just be traveling. If I had all the money that I need to have and resources, I would just, me and James will be up traveling.
More is coming. The more is
Yes,
coming for those.
more is coming.
I love it. You'll be in Paris. I love it. So here comes to one of my questions. My favorite question. With my pillow, dream
Yes.
big. What is your biggest dream?
So being behind the scenes and being able to creative direct and everything, I would love to end up working on a major campaign. Like name it. Marc Jacobs, anything like that. Like, I would love to work on a major campaign. That would be my biggest dream.
Love it. All right, you put it out there in the atmosphere. We believe whatever you speak, it shall come to pass. You just have to work on it.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome, beautiful dream, beautiful dream. So, what are some more goals besides this big dream do you have?
Um, I just want to make sure that I am really leaning into my passion and exploring some other creative opportunities. Photography has been mentioned recently.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to take a photography class this summer, which kind of goes along with creative directing and everything like that. I know how things should look behind the lens, so being able to take the picture, that would be pretty awesome. So um, that's kind of it right now. Just
Do
some
you
other goals.
do
Hmm.
you see now? Because you said 40 hit you when you turned 40. I guess it just got clear for you. So, do you feel that you think you're living in your purpose and not your passion?
Yes. Oh, both. Um, And one thing about purpose is that it's just not one thing. Oh, my purpose is to be this. And that's when we get stuck into that just category when we box ourselves in. Your purpose is ever changing, and but it also is connected to your passion. Because if you look at what your purpose was in a specific time of your life, guaranteed somewhere in there was your passion. It may not have been fully your passion, but somewhere in there was your passion. And so just leaning into making sure that purpose um, and my passion and getting paid all align. Those
Three
three
things.
things,
I like the three
those
things.
big, the big three, okay? Purpose, passion, paid, all aligns.
I love it. Purpose, passion, pay. I love it. So what's next for you? You said about the photography class before we get ready to wrap up. And if there are any questions that you all have for Toni at this time, you can go ahead and put them in the chat. If you have anything you want to ask her about her journey or just any more advice that she can share with you before we wrap up.
So really this summer is really dedicated and focused on Jameson. He's about to do an industry boot camp and possibly get an agent and everything like that. So this summer really next steps is really kind of focusing on him and growing his craft and everything like that.
So Momager,
Support.
Mama Man,
Momager, I'll be yes, Momager mode full
Momager
force for
mode.
the summer. Yes.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love it. All right. So here's the question. We tell everyone where can they follow you on all your platforms.
I am Toni Jamay on everything, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
All right. So
And I don't know what I am on TikTok. Otherwise, I would share that. I literally created that for my child.
they just have to look it up. We'll
Yes.
find you. All right. So the ending, what are those three major inspirational nuggets that you want to leave with everybody?
Okay. Number one, bet on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, take the risk and keep God first.
Mm,
Maybe number one should be keep God first. Bet on yourself, take the risk. Yes, keep God first.
okay. Bet on yourself and take the risk.
Take the risk.
I love it. I love your journey, Toni. I want to tell you
Thank you so much, Sylvia.
yes. I want to tell you thanks. Thank you so much. And guys, I found Toni scrolling on Instagram and I took a risk and I inboxed her in her DM. And I am so happy I did. You have so much going on, so many positive things, and I hope everything that you hope for and wish for will come true. So hold
Thank
on.
you so much.
You were stay in the studio for 1 second for me, okay?
Okay.
Or that's it, guys, for Sunday Night Live with Sylvia Camille and my guest Toni. You need to go like, comment, and share because if you didn't hear her journey and didn't understand the purpose and the passion of your life and what her three inspiration nuggets that she just dropped in our lap, keep God first. You know, we do that here on Sunday Night Live. Bet on yourself. That means nobody else don't have to tell you it's good. Just bet on yourself. Believe in yourself and take a risk. I love you all. I take a risk every Sunday night being with you at 6 o'clock. And I love to show my comments before we go out. We have two more comments from our viewers. Great segment from Miss Warrington. Had good point. Don't look outside yourself for motivation. You all stay blessed, and I see you the same time, same place on Sunday Night Live with Sylvia Camille. Oh, don't forget to go pre-save my single, My Angel, too.